Hello students, today we are going to see a new chapter which is known as specification and abstraction. So in this chapter we are going to understand the concepts of algorithmic problem solving skills and to apply the knowledge of algorithmic techniques to solve problems. So first of all we'll mm, know what is algorithm. Okay, algorithm is a sequence of instruction to accomplish a task or to solve a problem. So this is algorithm. So this was introduced by the person, an Hungarian mathematician, G. Pauli. So he he's a mathematician who derived some how to solve it. Okay, it is a suggestion or a for us or a step-by-step process to understand the problem, to devise a plan, carry out the plan, and review your work. Okay, so these are all the step-by-step process. So algorithm is a step-by-step sequence of statements intended to solve the problem. So here you can see that they have given some problem here. So adding two numbers. So you are just adding the two numbers from left to right. Okay, sorry, from right to left. So here you can see that it is a step-by-step process. So algorithmic problems. Okay, so there are some principles and techniques for constructing algorithm. We usually say that problem is algorithmic in nature when its solution involves in construction of an algorithm. Some type of problems can be immediately recognized as algor- algorithmics. Okay, so here you can see that a famous famous brain twister problem here. Okay, so consider a well-known grass, goat, and wolf problem. A farmer used to have goats and grasses and wolves. So in the one side of the river, so he has to move from one side of the bank to another side of the bank. So if he left the grass and the goat together, then the goat will eat the grass. So if he gets the wolf and the goat will in the one side of the grass, one side of the bank, then the wolf will eat the goat. So he has to make sure that everything must be transferred from one side of the bank to another side of the bank. So first of all, he'll be leaving this uh, grass and the wolf in the one side of the bank, and he will move the grass to the other side of the bank. So he will do the steps one by one. Okay, so at the last he'll be just transferring all the grass, goat, and wolf to the other side of the bank. So this is a brain twister problem, but you can solve this by using some algorithms. Okay, so building blocks of algorithm. So building blocks of algorithm is a data variable, control flow, and function. So first of all, we have to find the data. So what is the input data, and what is the process that is done on the data, and what is the output of the data. So that is uh, data. Variable is a named box which stores the values of it. Okay, so you can see that the data is stored in the variable. It is also known as value of the variable. So it's an important 2 mark question. What is variable? Variable is a named box for storing data. So your variable name can be any text or numbers, anything like that. Okay, so that variables is also, it can change. The value of the variable will keep on changing, so that's why it is called as variable. And the opposite of variable is constant. Okay, the value of the constant will not change throughout the problem. Okay, so next is, you can see that functions. So control flow, so where the control flow, from which part of the program to another part of the program based on the data or based on the variable or based on the decision which is taken by the uh, sequence of program. Okay, so here you can see that there are three important control flow statements. One is sequential statement, alternative control flow, and the iterative control flow. So sequence means it will going from top to bottom without any change in direction. So alternative control flow means it will just test the condition. If the condition is true, then some part of the program will be executed. If the condition is false, then certain part of the program will be skipped. So iteration means a certain part of the program will be executed again and again till the condition becomes false. So when the condition becomes false, it will skip the program and it will move on to the next one. So this is control flow. Function means breaking the bigger problems into smaller problems. Okay, so that is known as functions. So here you can see that algorithms can become very complex. The variables of the algorithms and dependencies means you can see that some of the variables value will be depend on some equations. Okay, so that is known as dependencies. Or you will be, if you want the value of a variable, then you must solve another problem. Okay, so that is known as dependencies. So here you can see that they are given on example. So a is a value that is depend on 2 pi r square plus 2 pi r h. Okay, so that's what it is given here. So algorithmic design techniques. So if you want to design an algorithm, you have to follow this: specification, abstraction, composition, decomposition, iteration, uh, and certain steps. Okay, so these are all the algorithmic design techniques. So first thing is specification. So you have to precisely specify the input and output and the relationship between input and output. Okay, so that is known as specification. You have to specify the input given and the output desired. Okay, so that is specification. So here you can see that the algorithm is given as a given data as an input, and output is derived from it. Okay, so that is uh, so here they have given an example. So divide uh, 22 comma 5, which is equal to 4 comma 2. Okay, so write the specification of the algorithm to compute the quotient and remainder after dividing an integer by another integer b. For example, 22 divided by 5. So 22, 4 5s are 20. So 2 is remainder, 4 comma 2. Okay, 15 divided by 3. 3 5s, 5 3s are 15. So remainder is 0. So here you can show this as like this. Okay, input a is an integer and b is not equal to 0. So if you divide any number by 0, then it is not possible. Okay, so you have to give the relationship between input and output. So like this you can give some relation like this: output is equal to multiplication of quotient. Okay, output is multiplication of the quotient, and remainder must be in between 0 to the divisor. Okay, so 0 to the number which we divide. Okay, so by this you can see that divide a comma b, input is an integer and output is the relationship. So this is the specification format. So you have to give some input and how the input is related to the output. So you have to give a detailed description about the uh, problem. Okay, by the way of input and the output. So this is known as specification. So here you can see that some of the properties or property of input and input output relationship. Okay, so user, if you want the desired output, then the user should give the responsibility, and the algorithm designer will get the responsibility. Okay, so if the user doesn't provide the responsibility, then the algorithm designer will ask for it. Okay, it is its rights to ask the responsibility of the user, and he must design the algorithm in such a way that it should be a better algorithm to solve the problem. So in this way they have given some example problems, so you can just read it and get it clarified. Next is abstraction. So uh, abstraction means hiding some details into a variable or a value. Okay, so here you can see that, take an example, a car or a bike. Okay, so you just give the a key to the key or keyhole and start the bike, and they will just move on. But at the back end, at the background, so many process is running. Okay, so when you give the key inside the keyhole and switch it on, the battery gets switched on. So and you start the bike, the fuel gets vaporized and get it to the engine, and small combustion is going on, and that combustion is turned as a mechanical energy, and you move. Okay, so this kind of data is being abstracted at the background. Okay, you doesn't know as a user, you doesn't know it, but as a developer or as an algorithm designer, you must know all these things. Okay, so that is known as abstraction. So hiding some irrelevant details. Okay, so that is abstraction. So here you can see that uh, state. Okay, state is a basic and important abstraction. Computation process have states. Okay, a computation process starts at the initial state, and as an action is performed, it's change its state. The end was final state, and the state is processed, is abstracted by a set of variables in the algorithm. Okay, so this is what it is given here, stating states. So the algorithm starts at certain state and ends at certain state. So this is known as the change of state is given in this paragraph. Okay, so here you can see that so many examples will be given here. You can just read it and understand it. So with this we'll finish this chapter. It is a very easy chapter, you can just read it and understand it. If you have any doubts, you just please contact me, I'll just clarify you. Thank you, students.